Hi, my name is Vincent. Danny, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Danny, pronouns they, them, she, her.
Okay, and my pronouns are he, him. Um, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the fundraiser first. Like, can you walk me through what happened? Like what what you expected versus what happened?
Yes. And before I get started, I want to get us into the habit of we're going to be doing videos every month so that you can hear updates. Not a lot of us read. And so having newsletters and posts like that, sometimes we don't acknowledge them. So maybe on the off chance that you're a YouTuber or you like to be on YouTube or whatever other system that we have this available on, you'll be able to hear information about us. Now, what was the question again? Because I have ADHD.
Of course, of course. Um, can you walk me through what happened at the fundraiser event?
Yeah, we had a really cool event. December 13th, we were thinking that we were going to have a good amount of people, and it turned out to be over 200 people. We packed the parking lot. We had to go into overflow, which completely surprised me. I want to thank Sarah Duncan for helping us coordinate that, and all the volunteers who were there. And as we were kind of like stocking everything together, we had I think we had four performances if we count no three performances, including no four, yeah, four. It was Amy Chow, who was a cellist who rocked it, really gave the vibe a classy experience. And then we had Confluence who showed up, and the choir. I had never heard Confluence before, and it was a really cool experience for me. Completely just dumbfounded by the music that was there. A lot of tears happened. And then we had Christina Phoenix, who showed up as a drag queen and did phenomenal. Loved the music that she chose. And we ended up with Hannah Wood, who came in and like rocked it with a good like end cap. It was just really good music that was presented. When the performers were done, and throughout the whole thing, we had panelists that also showed up. We had a business presentation. Throughout all of that stuff, we decided to kind of like put the give butter post in the background. And not only did we have a bunch of random gooses donating, we also had about two. We also think we came out with about 5,000, and then we had a generous 5,000 donation. And then now, as of today, December 30th, 2025, when this is recorded, we have $12,500 so far. And of that money, $1,000 has been decided. It's like $1,000 of monthly sustained donations is what we're trying to emphasize is that's what we're looking for right now. And overall, like I think, I don't know, Vincent, what do you think? Overwhelming support?
I I just felt a lot of community at that and so much overwhelming support. Yeah, I would definitely describe it as overwhelming support.
Yeah, and I want to like name more of our volunteers, and I probably should put it on the credits, but at some point, but like we had so many people also step up and just help out, including yourself. And we had a lot of like people who were interested in just kind of helping with the like moderating the space, and so we really want to thank all these individuals who put so much effort, which I know they will be recognized. I'm not going to start mentioning all of them because I know I'm going to forget one of them, and they're going to feel bad, so I'd rather just like put them in the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so great. That fundraiser, I think, was a big success, and I'm very excited for the future.
Yeah,
What are
ditto.
what are the things we're like the steps that we're taking now? What are we doing now?
Right now, we are currently forming a steering committee. This is a group of leaders who are willing to dedicate at least 2 hours every month. The first month is going to be the heaviest because we're going to come together and set like rules and all that stuff. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to create the bylaws for the building and start creating the policies through a charter, and have 7 different organizations at least represented. The ones who were there, including Punks with a Purpose, also tagging on. And we have a bunch of other organizations who are also trying to get into this mix. What we're trying to do is make sure that we create a system that is safe, that is going to fulfill what we need and hit the vision of what we want as a building, so it's not just one voice or one organization making these decisions.
See, that's personally, I love committees. I think they do a lot of good work. Shout out to the committees.
Hey,
Um,
we need some youth represented. Why don't you just join?
Um,
I,
so along with building a committee and, choosing policies and stuff, are we like connecting to, I don't know, like any big organizations that have already set their footing in?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I did mention several organizations who were interested in helping with this. And now we haven't written anything down. There's no contracts, nothing like that. But
Mhm.
usually when you have a building like this, usually you kind of start off with verbal communication. And there are several organizations who are like, hey, I really want to open a cafe there, or hey, I really want to provide mental health services or case working services. Um, and these individuals who are kind of like going to be businesses that are going to help lease from the building are going to be a part of this mix. But then we also have PFLAG, who is oh man, parents and families of lesbians and gays, which is kind of an outdated acronym, but definitely still works for our LGBTQ community. Um, and they're going to be there. Capital Pride is going to be in the mix. Rainbow Youth is going to be in the mix. Black Joy is going to be in the mix. We have Radness and Sue's, uh, Crafty Coyotes, and then I just mentioned Punks with a Purpose as well will be on in the table making these decisions and helping us figure out what is fair and what's not.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I love it when community like all come together there to create something this big and this awesome. Um, oh, I had a question, now I've forgotten it.
Tell me about
Okay, I remembered. I
it.
remembered. So, like, pretty much any kind of organization, which or like an ally organization or something, can like ask to collab with this.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely are a little bit careful with who we choose. Now, I'm not going to just say any yes to anybody. We want to make sure that we have individuals who are truly willing to help the community and are not just sort of there for like name or renown. That isn't to say that anybody is doing that. I'm just being honest that a lot of our community is watching. And if we ask anybody who has a reputation for not supporting our community or has been flippy floppy about it, it's going to look bad and people are going to lose trust. So we have to be a little bit selective about that.
Yeah, makes sense. Understandable. So we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present, but let's get into the future. What are our plans for the future?
I mean, so I'll start off a little bit ahead of some of our like talking points. But the first one is we are going to be promoting this event from December 13th, 2025 to or this fundraiser to December 13th, 2026. We want to cap this off. Full year of fundraising. This is that event that we just had was just the opener. That's step one. And with the amount of support that we have, we're excited to keep moving forward. But we want to keep promoting at the block party, usually in June, and we also want to promote at Pride at the Park, which is usually I think it's like August or September. Last time September, much better date. And what our focus is that as we kind of promote this, people will kind of hear it and maybe spread the word a little bit more. But you asked specifically like what are we doing? The next step that we're doing is March and April. We're going to be doing a gala, yeah, here in Salem. I know a lot of people hear gala and they're like, "Oh, exciting!" But it will be paid admittance. We're looking here for founding money. This is we're looking to see if we can attract the attention of like political figures, established figures in the community, entrepreneurs, philanthropists, whatever that might be, people who are sympathetic to the LGBTQ community, and helping us uh, basically get a significant amount of money to make the down payments for a building. Um, we we're looking for donations like collectively for this event, not from one person. Ideally, it would be one person, but it could be multiple people. We're looking for about $200,000 minimum, and we're trying to get to $300,000 at a like ideal rate. And naturally, there are incentives for these people who are willing to give us a significant amount of funds. We'll get like rooms named after them, or like a plaque of their name up there, or just community recognition. These are like the people who are going to be making the big push of getting us enough money that we could actually have this building sooner than later. That doesn't mean that people who are not able to give us $200,000, I can't give that much, won't be invited. If you want to be there and you don't have the ability to pay for the attendance to be there, or to be in on the tables. You can volunteer with setup. You can also volunteer if you find yourself to be a very charismatic individual. We're going to be training individuals to kind of know the stats and the details and help be like socialites in the conversation and help make a conversation with people who are curious. That way, everybody who's there who's going to be donating has all their questions answered, whether it be through the presentation or through individual conversation. Um, Shoot, that was a lot. Okay, I have one more big one before I forget. Wait, is there a question about the gala by any chance? Chill. Okay. So October 31st of 2026, we're planning to have a festival. We're going to call it name pending, but this is likely what we're feeling. It's going to be called the Fey Folk Festival. And it is going to be kind of a fantasy themed festival taking place somewhere in Salem. At least we're trying to make it somewhere in Salem. And it'll be of like vendors, music performances, really cool performances that we'll also be showing. And this event will be kind of the last push of the year on top of like a closer at the end of the year. That's going to be sort of open to everyone, not just LGBTQ individuals, even though they're not always, I mean, the last one that we had wasn't just LGBTQ individuals, but we were marketing specifically towards that demographic. This is going to be for everybody who wants to show up, allies and all, who are sympathetic of our cause and would love to also continue to contribute to the monthly sustaining donations. That's what we're looking for primarily. So if you are listening to this and you're interested in something like this, please save the date, because you'll be hearing a lot more about this as the year continues.
I lied. I did have questions about the gala.
Go ahead.
Um, can like anyone volunteer?
Yeah, ideally. I mean, what we'll look for, you will self-select. If you feel like you have enough ability to like memorize statistics or like data, or just be smooth about a conversation. That's kind of what we're looking for the charismatic aspect of it. But if you can just lend a hand, that's also something that we'll allow in there. Well, we're looking for to be in there. Um, because everybody wants to contribute in some way or another, and we want to make sure that we give everybody that opportunity.
Okay, nice, nice. What is the cost of admission?
Don't know yet, but as soon as we know, like these are all things that we still have kind of trying to figure out. Right now, the first step is finding a location. Like, what is a cool spot that will attract the attention of like individuals like this, and then like how much will that cost? And so that will break down the admittance cost.
I see. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. With the festival, I can't remember if you mentioned it or not, but there is going to be like performers and vendors. What do you expect to be performed and what do you expect to be with the vendors?
At this point, it's so far ahead that not a lot of plans have been made. We just know that we want to have that event. We've decided to name the event because it sounds snappy and it'll help us kind of like put a little pin on that idea. But if you are a performer and you would like to be part of this festival, we're hoping to have like multiple stages. Now, we can't have sound reinforcement, so that means that we can't have like big speakers and stuff, but Bluetooth speakers will be fine. So if you want to be up there and just kind of do a small performance, we'll have multiple stages, and that way people can have like a chance to kind of like present something and do some stuff. Like I'd love to see maybe like a soliloquy from Shakespeare or something, just kind of presented in a very festival manner. So if you're that kind of performer, maybe musician, musician, maybe a stage performer, or maybe an artist that wants to kind of like make caricatures or whatever it might be. If you have any of those skills, oh shoot, we would love to have a fire dancer. If you have that skill, that would also be a really cool ability. We're looking for those individuals.
And is this an all ages event?
Yes, this will be an all ages event.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That is all of my questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vincent. I really appreciate our conversations here.
Of course. Thank you so much, Danny. This was an awesome opportunity.
Awesome.